You don't need a fully equipped workshop to start making things. You don't need every power tool, a massive workbench, or years of woodworking experience. Sometimes you just need one small problem that you're willing to solve for yourself. Over the past while, I've been slowly building up my small workshop and learning as I go. I'm definitely not a master craftsman, and most of these projects weren't perfect, but every one of them taught me something. So in this video, I want to look back at the 5 basic projects that helped me become more comfortable with making things for myself. These aren't necessarily the 5 projects that you need to copy exactly. The point is to show you that a small, useful project can teach you far more than simply watching another tutorial on YouTube and telling yourself that you'll start one day. Let's begin with one of my first proper furniture builds. This was the Craig Jig end table build. The end table was one of those projects that made woodworking start to feel real for me. This wasn't just another workshop jig or temporary solution. It was a piece of furniture that had to stand properly, look reasonably good, and actually be useful inside the house. I built it using the Craig pocket hole jig, which gave me a fairly beginner-friendly way to join the different parts together. The project involved measuring, cutting the components, drilling pocket holes, and then trying to assemble everything without pulling the table out of square. That last part is where the learning really happened. A joint can be strong, but that doesn't automatically mean the entire project will be straight, level, or properly aligned. This build taught me to slow down during assembly, check my measurements, and think about how every individual piece affects the final shape. It also gave me something important as a beginner, a completed project that I could actually point out and say, hey, right there, I made that. Your first furniture project doesn't have to be complicated. A small table, a stool, a shelf, or a basic box is enough to start learning how separate pieces become one complete object. The full end table build is linked below if you'd like to see how mine came together, including the parts that didn't go completely according to plan. Then came the second project. This was the shooting board. The second project was much smaller, but it completely changed how I thought about workshop projects. I made a shooting board. A shooting board is a simple jig that works with a hand plane to help clean up and square the ends of timber. It isn't glamorous, it isn't something that you're going to display in your living room, but it can help improve nearly every project that comes after it. The build itself used basic pieces of timber that I had laying around the workshop, careful alignment, and a straight reference edge. The most important part wasn't making it look beautiful. It was making sure the working surfaces were accurate. This taught me that workshop projects fall into 2 categories. Some projects are things that you want to make, and other projects help you make those things even better. The full shooting board video is also linked below. The third project was a DIY bicycle repair stand. The third project came from a completely different problem. I needed a better way to work on my bicycle. Buying a proper repair stand would have been the quickest answer, but before spending the money, I wanted to see whether I could build something simple that would still do the job. So I made my own bicycle repair stand. This project was less about fine woodworking and more about practical problem solving. The stand needed to hold the bicycle at a useful working height, remain reasonably stable, and make basic maintenance easier. It also forced me to think about load, balance, and how the bicycle would actually interact with the stand. That's something you don't always understand from a simple drawing. An idea can look perfectly sensible on paper, but once you place real weight onto it, you quickly discover which parts needed strengthening or adjusting. You can watch the complete bicycle stand build through the link below. The fourth project started with a problem that I was dealing with almost every day. My desk at home was simply too small. I could have searched for a completely new desk, but most of my existing setup still worked. I just needed more usable space. So instead of replacing everything, I built an extension, just sort of like a desk riser. This was a very practical project because the new section had to fit into an existing space. I couldn't simply choose any size and hope for the best. I had to measure the available area, consider the height of the current desk, and make sure the extension would actually improve the way I use the space. This project taught me about making things for yourself and how that doesn't always mean starting from zero. Sometimes the best project is just an improvement on the last one you did. Those projects might not seem exciting at first, but they can have the biggest effect because you notice the improvement every time you use them. And because the project is being built for your exact situation, it doesn't have to suit everybody. It only suits you. The complete desk riser build is linked in the description below. The fifth project was the French cleat storage wall, which was actually the first project that I did. And this first project wasn't really one project. It became a system that could continue growing with the workshop. I installed the French cleat storage wall. The basic idea is fairly simple. Angled wooden cleats are fixed to the wall and matching cleats are added to different tool holders. That means the holders can be lifted, moved and reorganized as the workshop changes. This project involves planning the wall, preparing the cleats, fixing everything securely, and then making individual holders for the tools I wanted to store. The French cleat system gave me permission to treat the workshop as something that is always developing. I didn't need to know the final layout before getting started. I could install the foundation and then build each holder as I needed it. The full French cleat journey is also available as a playlist, so you can see the wall and the different storage ideas developing over time. Looking back, none of these projects transformed me into an expert overnight. The end table didn't make every future furniture build easy. The shooting board didn't suddenly make every cut perfect. The bicycle stand, the desk riser, and the storage wall all had their own compromises and mistakes, but each project made the next one feel slightly less intimidating. So if you're waiting until you have more tools, more space, and more experience before starting your workshop, choose one small project and begin with what you already have. Your first project doesn't need to impress the internet. It just needs to teach you enough to start the second one. I've linked all 5 of these projects below, including the complete French cleat playlist. Pick the project that matches the problem in your own space, watch the full build, and then make your own version. It doesn't have to be exactly the one that I did. It doesn't have to look exactly like mine. In fact, it probably shouldn't. Use what you have, adapt it with what you need, and start creating your workshop one basic project at a time. Choose your first project here and subscribe if you'd like to follow along as I keep learning, building, and slowly improving the workshop.